Just open your mouth for me, please.
I thought it was a dental problem, and I went to see a dentist.
It's something that started like a pimple, yeah? Then it kept on growing.
His case was a case of wrong diagnosis. For a long time he was being treated for cancer, for ulcers.
Because from home they said it was in stage 1. When we got here it was stage 4.
And I told you have a son and a daughter, and they're waiting for you. And I told her it is possible. I've heard of many people who have gone to India.
We get about 8 to 10 Kenyan patients on an average per week or every 10 days for radiation alone.
I think we just have our priorities wrong, because these people, what these people are doing here, there is a way in which it can also be done in Kenya.
India is known not only as the world's second most populated country,
this is Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge,
but also as a region where numerous gods and incarnations are exalted and worshipped by many. The sacred waters of River Ganges in Haridwar city, 200 kilometers north of New Delhi, is the embodiment of such worship, with millions of pilgrims and tourists travelling for miles, bringing along their families and participating in a procedure believed to not only wash away their sins, but also grant them 2 possessions considered priceless and only divinely sought: life and good health. The bell rung every time such a request is made to wake up Mother Ganges so she can listen and grant them these 2 divine requests. Indra Prada Apollo Hospital in India's New Delhi knows the possibility of playing God is near impossible. But every day, they know that it is on them to ensure that they do their part through medical treatment and care to ensure they, in their own way, sustain life and good health for the thousands who seek treatment here. Over 1,500 patients come through the doors of Apollo Hospital in New Delhi, India on any given day. But not all of the 1,500 patients are from the native Indian community. In fact, over 30% are said to be foreign patients, with an increasing number coming in from Kenya. It is for that reason that we have travelled miles across the Asian continent to follow the path of the Kenyan medical patient.
Can I come in, Susan? Good morning. How are you, Yako? How are you doing?
Very well.
Good?
53-year-old Susan Bari has been at the Apollo Hospital for close to 2 months now. Her story, one that has been retold one too many times here.
I thought it was a dental problem, and I went to see a dentist. And the first dentist I saw told me that I actually had dislocated the joint at the end of my jaw, and just gave me some anti-inflammatory and gave me some painkillers.
But when her situation didn't get any better and a swelling started to slowly manifest on her neck, this mother of 2 knew this was more than a jaw problem. The second doctor's diagnosis, far more baffling.
We suspect your cancer is from the lung. Now, from the lung, I wasn't feeling sick at all. Initially, I came in with some pain when I got into the hospital. They told me I had pneumonia.
Just like many others before her, India seemed to be the only option left. She took it and, together with her sister, embarked on what she describes as the longest journey of her life.
I still remember the plane was very cold.
By the time she was getting to the hospital, her situation had deteriorated greatly, but the doctors saw no symptoms of the disease Susan had said she had. Instead, and after several tests, they discovered that what Susan had was in fact bone cancer.
Now I came and got treated of lung cancer, and the bone is still being eaten up. So the disease will continue spreading and spreading. You may die at the end of the day.
So she says that when we go home, she'll tell stories of the four walls.
Weeks later, and Susan only has radiation treatment to worry about, which she is receiving every week for the next 6 weeks. She prefers to finish the treatment here, though, as compared to returning home for it.
Cost. Here it's not as expensive as Nairobi, because I look at how much I spent for that 1 week in Nairobi. It's exactly what I've spent today, up to now, having done all this.
The thirst of providing top-notch medical treatment, what keeps such doctors on their toes, seeing them hold weekly meetings as this one's to analyze performance and exchange notes that will make them better the next time around. Doctors who had at one time given up on their country's health sector in pursuant of international career opportunities.
Earlier, we used to study abroad and work abroad. Even now, there are a lot of good Indian doctors throughout the US and the UK. So, actually, this whole revolution in healthcare began when they began to come back.
I know many doctors of Kenyan descent who are working abroad, and they will come back to Kenya very happily to serve the community that they're a part of, if the facilities are provided, the infrastructure is provided, the support services are provided, the technology is provided.
For example, I'll give you an example of I think Kenyatta Hospital, absolute in terms of facility, in terms of the building, very nice, very spacious, very modern. But for example, a cancer patient, they don't have even a linear accelerator to treat a patient suffering from cancer. They have got that cobalt machine. So, instead, and imagine a patient traveling all the way from Kenya to India only for the radiation in this thing. And suppose if you invest in linear accelerator over there, there will be no need for the patient traveling from Kenya to this place just for the radiation.
The positron emission tomography, or PET-CT scan, is the one machine that is bringing hundreds of Kenyans to India. Its ability to detect cancer cells anywhere in the body, as well as tell the extent of its spread, what has guaranteed accurate diagnosis and treatment, and for patients as Susan, what has saved their lives.
Now when they put you for treatment, for radiology, they know you had a cancer, you had a cancer cell here, you had a cancer cell here, you had a cancer cell here. So they only target that area. They don't treat the whole body.
All the doctors whom I have come across, personally interacted, plus seen their reports when the patients bring in to us, we find they are equally competent as us. In fact, they may be even more better than us. But unfortunately, it's only the technologically gap that is keeping us a little at different levels. Otherwise, they're very good, excellent, I would say.
Ultimately, God is the giver of the gift that is life. The only role such doctors want to play is to make sure that gift is filled with good health and content. Evelyn Wambui, Citizen TV, New Delhi, India.